Hello everyone, this video is an additional video for my crochet boho summer cardigan. I absolutely love this pattern as it's super easy and works up pretty fast. I hope you enjoyed this pattern and video as much as I do. For the full written pattern, see the link in the description. If you'd like to stay in touch with me, feel free to follow me on my Instagram or Facebook, or feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can stay updated about my new crochet content. And now, let's crochet. Okay guys, so for this cardigan I use this cream cotton yarn from the loops and the threads. It's a medium. For recommended hook is 6.5 millimeters, but I use only a 5 millimeter hook because I think that it's better. I don't know, I feel like 6.5 is way too big for this yarn, but yeah, so I use 5 millimeter hook, and it's a cream color. It was written somewhere here, right here, so it's a cream. It's actually super light, super nice yarn to work with. It doesn't split, so I would really highly recommend. But of course, if you have any other yarn, it's totally okay to use it. Just definitely do your gauge swap, and then you can, so you would get the size that you want. So I think that now we can start. So this is exactly what we need. Then you also need the yarn needle just for the weave and the ends, and it's super actually easy. Also, we're gonna start from the bottom up, and with the back panel first, and then we're gonna continue do our front panel, but I'm gonna show you everything how to do it. So I think that now we can just start it. Alright, so now let's start with our cardigan, and I love to start in this case because the first row is in triple crochet only. So I love to start this project with the foundation triple crochet chain, and I'm gonna show you right now how to do it. Otherwise, if you're not familiar with that, you can do the foundation chain and then the first row separately. So everything is in the pattern. Written pattern, how to do it, especially about the numbers. And now I'll show you how to make that foundation triple crochet chain. So what we do, we make 4 chains now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we will do yarn over twice, and now we insert the hook into our first chain. So, and then yarn over, pull up the loop. So now you see that we have 4 loops on our hook. Now what we're gonna do, we do yarn over, pull up the loop through the first loop only. So basically this is our foundation chain, and now we will finish with those 4 loops our triple crochet. So we do yarn over, pull the loop through the first 2, yarn over, pull up the loop through the first 2 again, and yarn over, pull up the loop through the last 2 loops. So now we made foundation chain and the triple crochet all in once. I hope it makes sense right now. And now we again do twice, yarn over twice, and this is the chain that we just made. So this is where we insert our hook, yarn over, pull up the loop, and again now we do yarn over, pull up the loop through the first loop only. So again, this is kind of like a foundation chain, and now we finished with the triple crochet with that. So we do yarn over, pull up the loop through the first 2, now second time, and now for the third time. And now you can see how it looks. So this bottom part is our foundation chain, and this top part is our triple crochet. So that's why we had to make the 4 chains, and those 3 chains skipped is our first triple crochet of the row, and now we made the second and third. So now again we do yarn over twice, and this is the chain that we made. You insert the hook, yarn over, pull up the loop. So now we have 4 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull out the loop through the first chain only, because again, basically on the left side is our foundation chain, on the right side is our triple crochet, and now we do it vertically, but then we have to just turn it like that horizontally, and now you can see exactly how we're making the foundation chain and the first row. So now let's finish our triple crochet. And now again, yarn over twice, insert the hook into our chain that we just made, yarn over. Pretty much I always hold those 3 loops with my thumb, so I just ignore them, make the chain 1, and now I'll just continue to make the triple crochet. Alright guys, so I'm gonna show you the pattern just on this smaller version. So now I have 15 stitches of the first row. So every size has different numbers of the stitches for the back panel, but what's the same is that you always have to odd number of that. So now I'm at the end of my first row. And now let's start with the second row. So we make chain 3, turn the project, and now those 3 chains counts as a first triple crochet of the new row. So that's why now we have to insert the hook into the next stitch, which is the second stitch from the previous row. So this one is those chains that it's connected to this first one. So I'll just insert the hook into the second one and make the triple crochet. And the second row is all in triple crochet, so it's pretty straightforward, where you have to insert the hook and where you have to make that stitch. So let's continue with the triple crochet until the end of the row. So now I'm at the end of the row, and now you might see that I have just one last stitch, but truth is that I have last 2 stitches to actually make, because those 3 chains, this is what we skipped when we made our foundation triple crochet. So it's pretty it's kind of hard to see sometimes, so we always have to insert the hook into this top 3rd chain, and this is where we make our last triple crochet. So just don't forget about those last stitches. It's actually very easy to just skip it. So but what you can do, because you always get the same number of the stitches, so if you know that in my case I have 15, so I should also have 15 right now. So I'm just gonna quickly count. Yeah, so I have 15, so now it matches, so it's great, so I can continue. So now our third row is a little bit different, because now we will create our chain spaces. So what we're gonna do, we make chains 4, and now we turn the project, and 4 is because the first 3 is the triple crochet, and the 4th chain is the skipping chain. So that means that we also skip this second chain, or the second stitch, and we insert the hook into the 3rd one. So this is 1, 2, 3. So we insert the hook into the 3rd one and make the triple crochet again. Now we do chain 1. So we also skip this stitch and make triple crochet into the second stitch from our last triple crochet. So right there, again chain 1, we skip this chain and we insert the hook into the second stitch from the last triple crochet what was here. So now you can see that we create these holes, or the chain spaces, and this is that's why we also have to have the odd number of the stitches. And now let's continue and finish this row. Okay, so now chain 1, and now this is what we skipped, and those is again this is the 3 chains that we made at the end of our row before. So we always have to make the last stitch into the 3rd top chain, and yeah, just do it. Okay, so this is our last triple crochet of the row, and now the 4th row is again the same one as this one, but it's gonna be a little bit slightly different, so I'll show you what it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we again make 4 chains and then turn the project, and again 4, because the first 3 chains is like a triple crochet for us, and the 4th chain is the one that we will skipping the chain. So and we are creating the chain space with that. So now for this row we have to insert the hook into this hole, into the first chain space right here. So not in the stitch, but just in that hole, and we do yarn over and create our triple crochet, then chain 1. We skip this triple crochet from the previous row and make the other one in the other chain space, which is right here. Again, just insert the hook into the chain space, yarn over, pull up the loop, and now make the triple crochet right here. Again, chain 1. So we skip the next like triple crochet from the previous row, which is this one, and again insert the hook into that hole and make the triple crochet right there. Again, chain 1, and this is how you continue until the end of the row, but your last stitch or last triple crochet will be not in the chain space. So I'm at there right now, so I'll just show you right now. So again, chain 1, and now here's our last chain space, but instead of there we will make our triple crochet into the 3rd chain, the top chain of the last stitch here. So we just insert the hook right there into the stitch and make our last triple crochet. So it looks like that so far. And now let's with our 5th row, and the 5th row is with the extended single crochet. So what we do at the end of this row, we make chain 2. Again, those chain 2 counts as a first stitch. Like every chain, number of the chains at the end of the rows, it always counts as a first stitch for the next row. So also those 2. And now we make in every chain space and in every stitch the extended single crochet. So how we do it is that we just, again, in this case, insert the hook into the chain space, yarn over, pull up the loop. We have 2 loops. Now we do yarn over and pull up the loop through the first loop only, yarn over and pull the loop through those 2, and this is extended single crochet. Now we insert the hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull up the loop, yarn over, pull up the loop through the first loop, yarn over, pull up the loop through the 2. This is our other extended single crochet. So this is what you continue until the end of the row, and again it's in every stitch and in every chain space. And again, you should get the same number of the stitches like here. You also have the same one here because that chain 1 also counts as a stitch. So you always get 15 stitches, or your stitches for in my situation, or in my case now it's 15, but whatever your number is for the back panel, this is what you should have for the entire time. So we continue with this extended single crochet until the end of the row. And now, because this is the chain space again, so we do here and then again into that 3rd top chain, because this is our last stitch, so don't forget about that. All right, so this is our 5th row, and now let's start with the 6th row, and we do chain 2 again, turn the project, and again those 2 chains counts as a first extended single crochet for this row. And now we just insert the hook into the 2nd chain or 2nd stitch and we continue with the extended single crochet until the end of the row. Okay, so now I'm at the end of the row, so it looks so far like that. It's maybe a little funky, but this will like straighten up and everything. So now let's start with our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th row. And now we make chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we turn the project. And now this row, or those 2 rows, will be again with the chain spaces, so it's gonna be exactly the same as we did here. So the first 3 chains is as a triple crochet, and the 4th chain is the skipping chain. So now again we skip this stitch and insert the hook into the 3rd stitch, or technically to the 2nd stitch from this triple crochet. So let's do it. Now again chain 1, skip this stitch and insert the hook into the 2nd one and make the triple crochet. It's all in triple crochet or extended single crochet, so it's pretty easy, this pattern. You don't have to count stitches just to confirm if you missed one or add one but otherwise you don't have to count it at all. So now I have here, and now my last triple crochet, which is right in this one. And now the other row again is the chain spaces, so we make chain 4, and now we make our first triple crochet in the first chain space, then chain 1 and insert the hook into the 2nd chain space, so we skip this stitch. Again chain 1 into the next chain space until the end of the row. Now again, now we have the last triple crochet that we have to make, but we are not doing it in this last chain space, but into the top 3rd chain of our triple crochet, and this is our last triple crochet. So again it looks like that. And now our 9th row is triple crochet only in each stitch, so it means in each chain space and a stitch, so we make chain 3. And again it counts as a first stitch. So now we make the other triple crochet in the chain space and then in the stitch, and now again in the chain space. So this is how we continue until the end of the row. Okay, so now I'm done with this row, and now let's start with our last row, and then I'll show you what to do next. But then you will be repeating rows just until your length of the summer cardigan. So now let's start our last row, and again it's the triple crochet only. So now we make chain 3, turn the project, and now again we make triple crochet in every stitch until the end of the row. Alright guys, so this is the pattern that you will be repeating right now. So I just finished my 10th row, and now from this part until here you will be repeating this part I don't know how many times, but it's again written in the pattern. So now after this triple crochet in every stitch, you will start with those 2 rows of the triple crochet with the chain spaces, then 2 rows of the extended single crochet in every stitch, and then again triple crochet with the chain spaces, and then triple crochet in each stitch. So this part you will be repeating, I think that it's maybe 4 times, but I don't know, I don't know right now. But anyway, this is your back panel. I know that it's a little bit shorter, so it's hard to kind of imagine that, but let's say that you're at the end of your back panel. You will not secure the project, because now we will start your left front panel, and left because we will start just this part, just and you will just do the half, let's say, numbers of the stitches of the cardigan. It's a little bit less than the half, but yes, it's until the half, like that. And what we're gonna do, so now you're at the end of your back panel, and now we start just the left part of the front panel. So what we gonna do, because then once we gonna have it done, I wanna have the same rows. So when I align it, when I fold it like that with my front panel, I just wanna have the same rows. So what we gonna do now is we again make those two same rows. So we do chain 3, and now we will continue with the triple crochet in each stitch. Again, in the pattern you will see the number, so just follow that, and we just make the 2 rows of the triple crochet in every stitch. Okay, so now I made my last one of the left, because we have it like that before. So this is our left front panel. So now I will be again making chain 3, and it counts as a first triple crochet. I will just turn the project and continue with the triple crochet in each stitch. And now we are just making that part of the front panel, so it's gonna be shorter. And now you make the same pattern, so you will be repeating again these triple crochet rows. And now we're gonna start, then we will start our triple crochet with the chain spaces, like right behind that. So this is my top part of the panel, yeah, the back panel and front panel. So then I will just fold it, and now you can see the little shape how it will look. So when we align it, so now we have the same rows as the back panel and the front panel, so it will be matching, and then it's gonna be easy to sew it together. So I hope it makes sense. So I'm gonna finish this, even just if it's a short version, but I'll finish this one for you, and then we start our other front panel part. Alright guys, so now you can see that I finished this our left front panel. So this is how it will look, but you could have it a little bit bigger unless you make it for a doll or something. So now you can see what I meant with the aligning, and now we have the same rows. So now it's gonna be actually nice. We don't need any stitch markers or anything, because then you will know how to sew this part, and then you have to just leave some space for your arms. So now this is our left front panel, and now let's start with the right one. So what we're gonna do, we just insert the hook into the third, again, top chain of the first stitch, and we just join our yarn right there. So I just make chain 1, and then I just tied it, and now we make chain 3, and now into this second stitch we make the triple crochet, and again it's just gonna be until, I think right here, I think I'm gonna have 5 for, in my case. For you, again, the pattern will tell you how many stitches you need to do. And I have my last one right here. And now again, chain 3. I will just turn it, and we just continue with the pattern the same way as the other part of the front panel. And again, we will be repeating this pattern, those 10 or 8, actually 8 rows. So yeah, I hope that it makes sense, and then I'll be back once I'm done with that, and I'm gonna show it to you in my actual on my actual cardigan that it's not sewed yet, so I will show you in a real version of it. Alright guys, so this is my actual size of my cardigan and it looks like that. So this is my back panel, and then I just continue with my front panel like all in once, and then now you can see the tail. So this is where I start my second front panel, so it looks like that. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna fold it. So now you see that this because those 4 rows of the triple crochet is when it's our shoulders, so I'll just fold it. And now we can see now our rows are matching, so now I will just align it. So now I know that this is my triple crochet chain spaces rows, so I'm just gonna align it exactly the same rows. And this is now how I will sew it together, but then you have to leave some like a space for your arms. And you know what, I'm gonna leave it up to you because I know that arms are so like everyone's different, so I'm gonna keep it like I'm gonna leave it on you, your decision, like how wide you want to open that space. But yeah, the idea is the same. Now I will sew this those parts like from the bottom up, or it doesn't matter, we can also start from the top to the bottom. I think that it really doesn't matter. So let's sew those parts together, those sides. And then because I don't feel like that it doesn't look finished, so we're gonna make some simple border just around our like yeah, just around this line, and then we attach the tassels and our cardigan's gonna be done. So I just sewed my first side, so I just want to show you before I'll show you the actual sewing part. So I also left the tails right here, and I sewed this part from the bottom up. So I left because those 2 are from my panels, and the third one is from the one from the string that I actually sewed those panels together. So I'm gonna leave it just there because we will hide it once we will attach the strings at the bottom of the cardigan. So this is my sewing part right here. So I try to put it like in the same rows, and I left M size, but I think that yeah, I just left 9 inches wide for my arm, and it's my 11, it's my yeah, 11 rows of this cardigan. So I just align it, and then I'll just sew it until then. So this is my part, but then we will do the border again because it doesn't seem like finished. So now let's start to make the other side, and let's put them together. Yeah, it's just like here, so I just fold it, and again I'm gonna start from the bottom, so I will pretty much keep it just like that. So now from the bottom up. So what I'm gonna do, I'll just insert the hook. Needle. I already have my string on that, so I just grab my needle and insert that needle into the at the bottom of the first stitch of this panel, and then on the other side, just at the bottom. And now, because I want to leave a little longer tail there for that for the fringe on the bottom, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna make a double knot to secure it, just a regular knot that you know, just like that, double knot. And now I'm starting to sew it, and again I'll try to make the rows the same. So what you're gonna do, I try to do like at the like on the side of the chains, because those are the stitches or the chains that we made at the end of the rows. So what you're gonna do, you will always insert the hook on the side of the stitches, on the one side, and then you try to do it on the other side, and just from the side, if that makes sense. And this is how you sew all the way up. So it's it looks kind of seamless, seamless style or the method. So now you can see that I have my first those rows together. Gonna move it a little bit closer so you can see it. So now I'm on the other side. So now I have those stitches, so I will just insert the hook into that. I mean hook, the needle, and pull through. Oh, and don't tie it too much because then you can just scrunch it together. And now just the other side, just like that. And this is how you continue all the way up until you reach your row that you want for the space for your armhole. All right, so this is it. So this is pretty easy, straightforward, or you can do any other style that you know. It might be even better. So yeah, and then I'll show you how to do the border and attach the strings. Okay, so now I'm at the end, and now I will just secure this sewing part. So what I'm gonna do, I'll just insert the needle from one side to the other, like create a loop, and then just pull through that loop once, and now also for the second time, so you will make the double knot. And before I cut it, I just weave in the end right away. So how you gonna do it, you just find like any like strings, and then you just follow yeah, you just go under the stitches and make it like a zigzag. So now I'm just going to the left for a little bit, a few stitches just like that, and now I just go down and a few stitches to the right so it won't untangle. And also you want to make space, like I mean you want to make more longer the tail in this, like a hidden tail, in case that it will untangle, so you will be able to just put it back with your yarn needle. So now I just cut it off, and my my panels are sealed, and now let's start with the border. Alright guys, so now let's do the border around the sleeves and also around the front panel. And now I already made this one because I need to see how it looks, and because I'm crocheting it with you guys pretty much. So I'll go for this, and it's just the simple single crochet all around the sleeve, and there are 2 rows. So it's kind of like a clean edge only. This is exactly what I want. I just want something simple and nothing crazy around the edges. So I'm gonna leave it as it is. I'm still debating if I'm gonna do fringes around the sleeve. It might be actually cute, but you know what, I'm gonna leave it optional. So if you're gonna do it, just send me a pic or tag me on like some social media, and I would love to see it. I'm still not sure, so maybe at the end of this video you will find out that I'm gonna do it too. But now it's either that you will weave in those tails, or you just gonna do the fringe all around. So now let's start with the other sleeve. So I haven't done that yet, so I just want to do it with you. So again, let's take the yarn and the hook, and we just I'll start from the bottom, so like from the bottom of the armhole. So I just insert the hook right in the first stitch, or anywhere like in that sewed part, and I'll just put the yarn over the hook, pull through the loop, chain 1, and then I just tied it. And now let's start with the single crochet. And what there's actually not like a specific number of like how many stitches or how many single crochets you're gonna do all around, but what I did because the rows are usually from the triple crochet at the end other than the extended single crochet rows. So into those at the end triple crochets stitches, I make 3 single crochets, and just like in that hole, even when it's the row when there's no chain spaces, I just make it simple. So I just insert the hook into the into the bit like between the stitches, and then I just make 3 single crochet in those. So it's 3 3 3 3 3 3, and then extended single crochet rows I make 3. So somehow it's that in one row I just could like insert the hook once, and the second row of the extended single crochet twice. So I made 3 single crochet across those 2 rows, and in the triple crochet rows at the end it's 3 single crochet. So I hope it makes sense, but I'm gonna show you right now. So now my hook and the yarn is right there, and just have to tie it with my tail. So now I am just at the end of the triple crochet. So I just make the single crochet right into that hole 3 times, nothing here, and again I'll just go into the other row, and just again around the triple crochet stitch I make 3 single crochets. Now this is the rows of my triple crochet row, but without the chain spaces. So again between those 2 stitches I just insert that hook and make 3 single crochet. Now again this is the other row, so just 3 single crochet there, and now I'm again with the chain spaces. So just into that chain space pretty much around the triple crochet, last triple crochet stitches, 3 single crochet. And now you can see now I am at the with the rows with the extended single crochet. So around this one, around the last stitch, this is where I make just 1, and in those I make 2. And now I'm again here. So just a single crochet all around, and you're gonna make 2 rows. So you will just you don't do any stitch, you don't do any slip stitch once you're at the end of this first row, and you will just continue with the single crochet for the second row. But I'll show you almost there. Okay guys, so now I'm at the end of my first round and the row. So now here's the tail. So this is my last single crochet. So now what I'm gonna do, I just insert the hook into my first single crochet when I started, and then I just simply continue in each single crochet. So now again all around in every stitch you make single crochet, and now this is your last round. And once you're gonna hit again where the tail is, so then you know where you started, you just make the slip knot and secure it, and then we're gonna do the border around the front panels. All right, so now I'm at the end. Again, this is my tail, so I know that this is where I started. And now what we're gonna do is that yeah, this is my just last single crochet. So we just gonna insert the hook, make the slip stitch, and then we just do yarn over, pull up the loop, but then we will just cut the yarn and we will just pull through, and this is how we secure it. So now our sleeve is done. So it looks like that. So again, it's very simple. I don't want to have like I don't want to have anything like difficult. Just make it simple and pretty much, so it will be just about this pattern. So now let's start with the front panel, and we're gonna do exactly the same. So we will start from the bottom and we go all around, all around, like here on the neck, and then on the other side, and then here we will just turn, and then we're gonna do the second row again of the single crochet. So this is exactly the same method, and so I'm gonna just insert the hook in, actually in this bottom chain right here. Now I will join my yarn, pull through. I'm just gonna make chain one. I'll just tie it. Again, we can actually make a little bit longer the tail, so I'm gonna do it once again, and I'm gonna keep it for the fringe for the bottom part, so it's okay if it's gonna be a little bit longer. And just make the chain. And now let's start the single crochet, and again 3 single crochet around last triple crochet stitches. And then when you hit the row with the extended single crochet, you're gonna make 3 in those only, and then 3 around the triple crochet stitches. Okay, so I'll be right back once I am done with this, and then just the tassels. Okay guys, so I'm done. I finished my border around the front panels, and again it's just the 2 rows of the single crochet, so it looks like that. Is the same as the sleeves, and I already made my mind, and I'm not gonna put the fringe like around the sleeves, but if you want to do it, just feel free to do so. It's gonna be the same way as we're gonna do it right here at the bottom, so that's why I left all my tails right here, and we just add like more in every stage, just like a 1 string folded on half. So now let's grab any item that you have around. It's either like a ruler, or even I'm gonna use this notepad or tablet or anything that it's pretty much the same length of your fringe that you want. So I think this is actually easier way how to do it. So I have still like this yarn, I have still like 1 full skein. So how we're gonna do the fringes is that I'll just keep this end of the yarn right at the bottom, and now I have those rings, but I have to just do somehow like around, because I don't have anything else right now. So I'm just gonna make it like around, just like you see, as many times. Like, don't worry about like because you're gonna need a lot of strings, so just do it like around as many times as you want for now. So for me it's just enough for now. And now I'm just gonna cut the yarn right at the bottom of the notepad, and then I'll just take the strings. I'm gonna hold it right here because this is the folded part. So I have this, and now I take my scissors again, and right at the bottom I will cut it on half. So this is how long will be my fringes. So now let's take just 1 string out of this, and now let's grab the hook. It doesn't have to be the same size that you did. It's just a better way to do it with this one. It's gonna be also faster. You will insert the hook into the, let's say, stitch, the first stitch. So now you can see nicely the stitches at the bottom. And then you put the folded string around the hook. So this is that exactly the half way. And you pull through that stitch, and then the tails you do yarn over and pull through that loop, and just pull through that, and this is your first fringe attached. So now let's do the second one. So again, we just fold it, we get it ready. So now this is my folded string. Again, I'm gonna insert the hook into the next stitch, put the folded string around the hook, pull through. So now we have that loop, tails around your hook, and pull through that loop, and this is another fringe. So this is how it will look, and this is how you will continue all like across the bottom of your cardigan. And I would do in every stage, I would attach one folded string. So it's like just that. And once you're done, I'll be back once I finish my bottom part, and then I'll show you the rest. Alright guys, so this is my done cardigan, and I absolutely love it. I already wear it. I also changed my nail color, so if you notice that, that's a bonus. And yeah, this is how it looks. Now you can see the fringes at the bottom. So this is how it looks. It's absolutely amazing, and I hope that you like it too. I hope that you enjoyed this video and maybe you learned something new. So feel free to subscribe to my channel, or even feel free to follow me on my Instagram or Facebook, or contact me on my email lenka@happyheartsy.com, and I would be more than happy than help. So yeah, that's everything, and I hope that you enjoy your crocheting and have a great day.